Hi everyone! Oh my gosh, this is a very unexpected live. I was not planning to do this today. In fact, I'm having kind of like it's very dark and gray here in the Catskills. And, if you've been following me, my husband's been away for 2 weeks, so it's been just kind of a dark gray wintry time here. And I too am prone to, seasonal ups and downs and life ups and downs. So I've been working on it. I did some yin yoga and meditation just about an hour ago to resettle my nervous system and all that good stuff. But anyway, I was not planning to do this live, and I haven't even announced anywhere that I'm going on live, so I hope people will see this, but I just had to because my publisher just wrote me, and the books are in. The books are in to the warehouse. Now you have to understand, when they gave me my publication date, called pub date, May 2nd, for the Essential Guide to Trauma-Sensitive Yoga. They told me, this is the date that your book's coming out, but maybe not, because as you know, shortages and whatever can happen in the world has been happening since COVID, right? So they said May 2nd is publication date, but don't get too excited. And if you know me, I'm like a big planner. I've been planning a ton of events for you guys around the book, lots of free events and workshops. And yes, I just got big news that the copies made it in. The copies made it in to the warehouse. So very soon you'll be seeing me on here unpacking. They haven't made it personally to my house yet, but the book is in. The Essential Guide to Trauma-Sensitive Yoga has made it to the warehouse. My publisher just wrote me. Hi everyone, I see some good emojis and love. I was not planning to go live, but you have no idea. Maybe you have an idea if you've written a book. I started this pre-pandemic. It has been a long process writing this book, and I am one step closer to it in my hands and in your hands. The books have made it to the warehouse. I just wrote my publisher right back, okay, but when do they make it to my house? We're going to have a big unveiling of the book. I want to tell you a couple things. Please pre-order. Those numbers are so important. This book is for anyone who's gone through stress, who hasn't. The Essential Guide to Trauma-Sensitive Yoga, it's up on my site. It's up everywhere. Also, couple announcements about events, and I want your feedback. Hasn't been announced, about to go live. I am going to be doing a workshop at Pure Yoga 2 days after publication date. That's May 4th, Thursday evening, and that should go live in the next minutes. It's limited space, so I hope you'll be there. And then I want to come back to New York City on May 13th, which is my birthday. And I want to do a big event there. So those of you who are in New York City, where should I do it? Do you have any ideas? Do you have any connections to any spaces where we could sit around, read some passages, talk about having more sensitivity to stresses that are in spaces together, eat some snacks, drink some tea. I'd like to invite some of the models from the book who are trauma survivors to be there and talk to you. I'd like to have my photographer there, who's incredible, and some of the other key people that were involved in the process, because I think that would be fun for you all. And so I need to know, though, we've been having trouble finding the right space for this. So if you're in New York City, let me know. Where should I have my event? May 13th. It's a Saturday. It's my birthday. I want it to be really cool. If you're not in New York City, don't worry. If you pre-order, I'm having an online event for everyone who pre-orders the book, a Q&A. And there'll be a couple other online events, and then I'll be touring. I'll be at Kripalu in the Berkshires. I'll be in Miami. and I'm filling up the calendar with more locations. If you have any questions for me, like, I don't just want to be yabbering, like, what are your questions? What do you want to know? What do you want to know about the book? What do you want to know about trauma sensitivity in yoga or in facilitating anything? Ireland. Oh, I would love to come to Ireland. I have trained teachers in many other countries aside from US, and we are talking about a early 2024 tour workshops in Europe. So if you have a yoga studio that would be interested in having me lead trauma sensitivity yoga teacher training, hit me up with that. We're trying to figure that out. We're looking at Barcelona, we're looking at Stockholm, we're looking at some different cities in Germany. So I would love to do some early 2024 European tour dates. And I also plan to have a on-demand training out for you in probably December of this year. It's pretty much almost done. So we're gonna birth this book out, and then we're gonna give it some time to simmer, and then we're gonna I think we're gonna launch the on-demand training, which is video segments that you can watch at your own pace. I've broken everything down. I've filmed a good amount of it, and maybe I have a couple segments to film, but we're mainly putting it together now, and it has, it's pretty comprehensive. I was just saying on my live the other night that every time I lead a live training, I always say something different, I mean, I cover the main material, but you're interacting with the yoga teachers who are in your training, and different information comes out. And so I've tried to actually put everything, like, when you say something, you're like, oh, I shouldn't forget that, into this. And because I'm recording the segments, I can put everything in. If I forget something, I can add it. So they're pretty great. I'm really enjoying creating that for all of you. And really, we're just zhuzhing it up right now with some PowerPoints and branding and stuff like that. So Ireland, tell me where. And questions come up or anything at all. I love to be in more communication rather than just talk to myself. But I had to come on because I just got so excited. Please pre-order your copy. There are 2 bonus sequences when you pre-order, and there's a trauma-sensitive body scan recording that I personally use to help myself relax and to sleep, or sometimes to kind of like go into like a almost sleep state, like for 10 minutes in the middle of the day when I'm just like getting totally overwhelmed. So it's stuff that all of us can use, whether you feel like identifying as a trauma survivor or not. So just thanks to everyone who's come on and said hello. Please pre-order the Essential Guide to Trauma Sensitive Yoga. Now I can tell you confidently it has hit the warehouse. So you'll definitely get it on May 2nd, but order it now in advance. Oh, I can't wait to smell those fresh book copies and have them in my hands. I'm very, very, very excited. And thank you for all your support. Okay, I got back to my desk and back to my work. Bye, everyone.